How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. Maybe it's your first time here, but anyway, I'm going to show you a 14 to 16 million per hour money making guide. This guide is going to be good for this weekend only, and that's because of the Slayer weekend with the enhanced Ring of Wealth, which actually ends up making a much larger difference than what I first thought was going to happen. So, with the first place you're going to want to start is going to be up at the very top of the Slayer Tower, and you're going to be killing these Abyssal Demons. So as you can see up on the top left, I have my rune metrics, which I recently purchased just for you guys, and then I'll show you how much money per hour you end up getting. As you can see here, I did already start this quite a while ago. I had, and I've already gained 9 million. It's been almost an hour, not quite. It's been about 45 minutes, probably about 45 minutes. And the reason why it's been going that slow is because I've been banking a lot and getting set up for this video. So as a result, it also shows my gold gain to be about 6.8 million right now. As you see throughout this video, though, it does get up to the 14 to 16 million hour, as I say, and then you'll be a lot more obvious. So just bear with me. So what you're going to need here is you're going to need a Nox Scythe. I recommend using a max cape because you can teleport back to the bank very easily. If not a max cape, use some kind of power cape that increases your DPS. Whatever aura you want to use, I did not use a very good aura. I basically just used the Slayer extension aura to make it so that I could stay here for a lot longer on the same task. You can use whatever you want to. A Vampirism aura is great, and if you are using the Demon Horn plus the Ectoplasmator, which I do suggest, then you don't need to use Penance. But if you're not using those two, you can use Penance. You can also switch off for an hour and use Penance. Then when that Penance runs out, you can just go back to using a Demon Horn. I also recommend, as far as armor, to use Power Armor. A Nox Scythe is pretty obvious. I think I might have already said that. I don't know. I use Silverhawk boots, but you don't have to use Silverhawk boots. I just recommend those because you're going to be making so much money per hour that it makes it well worth it. As you can see here, my GP per hour does go up significantly when I pick up those items. The GP per hour on that average for the rune metrics, which is kind of the reason why I don't like rune metrics that much, is because unless you've been playing for several hours, it's not really going to give you a very accurate money per hour, which I understand there's not really a whole lot of ways to change that, but it makes it very inconvenient when trying to show you guys a money method that's far more per hour than what it's actually showing on the screen. As you see right there, it's already up to 9.2 million, and as I said, as this progresses, you'll get a lot further. As far as the inventory, I do recommend using Slayer Helm in your inventory while wearing the Abyssal Demon Mask. The Abyssal Demon Mask and the Ring of Wealth are really going to make a huge difference this weekend, and that's kind of the reason why this method is a lot different than how it's usually been. There's been quite a few people who have made this method already, and I never thought it was really worth making this method previously at the 7 million per hour, as people say. Most of the methods that I do or that I put on my Patreon are going to be something that's higher than 10 million per hour. So as far as a method like this, it's not really something that I was too interested in the beginning. But anyway, now it definitely has become, because with this weekend of enhanced Ring of Wealth, it actually makes a massive difference. And yes, I know you probably noticed it's going slow motion in the background. That's because I want to be able to explain this method to you guys and have a lot more time to do it. So you're going to want to obviously use a Ring of Wealth. Make sure your Ring of Wealth has 4 charges. That way it is actually active and working. I have heard that without the full charges, it doesn't work. But that could have been updated. I'm not sure. But I'm one of those people that instead of looking for the update, I will just go ahead and wear a fully charged Ring of Wealth. On here, I have the Power Armor on, the Attuned Ectoplasm, as you can see with my full inventory. As far as my regular inventory, I'll go over a little bit more with that. So the gem bag is definitely something you want to have. An upgraded gem bag is highly recommended because you will get a lot of Dragonstone drops here, so you want to make sure you that you use that. If you've ever done Abyssal Demons, then you probably already know what they generally drop, and you probably know what to bring with this. But for the people who are unaware or don't do them very often, that's why I'm going through these things. If familiar, what I want to use is going to be a pack yak, and I would recommend bringing an extra pack yak with you just in case your one dies. Although, if you're going on a contract by contract or Slayer task by Slayer task, you can do about 1,000 kills per hour, which means if you're doing contracts, you can go cash in about 5 contracts per hour. Or if you're doing Slayer tasks, you're probably going to be doing about 4 Slayer tasks per hour. And I understand that you're not going to get back to back Abyssal Demons always, but with the Abyssal Demon Mask, you can make it so you can get as many back to back as possible. I do recommend, if you're going to want to be doing this as a money-making method, though, that you really capitalize on the contracts. That way you can keep returning here. Something else you're going to have is nature runes and fire runes. It's much easier to do the fire runes in your inventory than it is to wear a staff, so make sure you bring the fire runes, just cast it using fires and natures, and use high alchemy. Sorry, I didn't really say what to cast there. But you cast high alchemy on the alchable items. That way you can save your winter storage scrolls on the items that you don't really want to alch. And that'll give you the most money per hour. As you can see right here, I hit the bank. When I hit the bank and I actually deposit some items here, it's actually going to show you a little bit more accurate in terms of money per hour. Keep in mind that I already did bank a couple times with this, and that's the reason why it's going slower. But now, right now I'm at just over 11 million per hour, and I'm going to show you right here where it's going to push it up to the 14 to 16 million per hour. You want to have your vampire necklace. Make sure you have that. If you don't have that, kind of out of luck at this point. But you want to cash in with Marcus here. As you can see with my money per hour, it's gone up to almost 15 million per hour, and then get a new contract. Every time you finish a contract with Marcus, make sure you throw your vampire amulet back on and then cash out the contract. The contract's going to give you double the amount of GP, roughly, if you have the vampire charges. I have a lot of vampire charges from that event. If you don't have them from that event, you can still cash in with Marcus. You're just going to get a little bit less money. So keep in mind that all these requirements put together is how you're going to get to 14 to 16 million per hour. A majority of the money here is made because of how much the Ring of Wealth helps, and the Slayer Mask doubling those Ring of Wealth drops. Well, thanks guys for watching this video. If you are new to my channel, then please hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, then thank you for being a subscriber. Make sure you hit the like, leave comments below, and tell me what you think about this money making method. Keep in mind, if you're doing this money making method after the Slayer weekend, you're probably going to get more like 7 million per hour GP. It's going to be nowhere near as much per hour because of the Slayer weekend. So do this while you can. This guide's probably only going to last about 3 days, but I really hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time.